What's going on, y'all? Fred Johnson coming back at you today from St. Cloud, Florida. And today I'm going to talk through how to create your budget using Google Sheets or Excel. I'm a big fan of guys like Dave Ramsey and Anthony O'Neill that talk about how to save your money, how to budget your money, how to stay out of debt, and how to get out of debt if you're in it. But one of the challenges I always found was they talk about making a monthly budget, but I don't have all my money for the month at the beginning of the month. So I want to give credit to my friend Robbie who gave this idea to make a budget every time you get paid. So I've created a spreadsheet that I've been perfecting over the years. I want to make that available to you and walk you through how I'm going to use it. So check it out. What I did was I made a Google Sheet. This works just as well in Excel. You're welcome to make a copy of it. And what I found was a lot of the gurus will say to make a monthly budget, and that's a brilliant idea. However, it didn't work for me. I talked to a lot of people that it hasn't worked for because you don't get paid on the first of every month. So unless you have tons of extra money in the bank, you got your whole emergency fund set up. Those of us that are living paycheck to paycheck, which is many people in the world, you don't have those funds sitting there at the beginning of the month. So what I found was more helpful was to make a budget every time you get paid. And so if you have a full-time or part-time job, you typically will get paid on a regular basis every 2 weeks, bi-monthly, at the end of the month, but you know those dates, they're not a surprise. And you don't want to leave this up to chance. So write those dates down on the left side of the screen. If you're married, sharing finances, have all those dates available and write those down. And I just linked to those spots in my sheet here. The other thing, if you're an entrepreneur or self-employed and you don't know the exact dates, at least estimate. You do not want to leave this up to chance. Then, for each of those dates, I made some notes. There's always something coming up, a birthday, a celebration, something like that. So make sure you're aware of that. I don't like for birthdays to come and be like, oh, I got to get a gift. I want to be fired up to get a gift. So have that ready in your notes here. And then I like to keep track of the gross and net income. So I made columns for these, as well as any other income. If you got a side hustle, side gig, Uber, whatever else you do. And then I want to know the gross total and the net total. And then we like to give away 10% of our income. So if you're a Christian or a follower of Jesus, that's a pretty standard practice. But even if you're not, I would encourage you to find it in your heart to give money away. I think it's a great practice, a great way to keep your hands open, and you find it very fulfilling. So whatever your spiritual beliefs are, I highly encourage you to give away at least 10% of your money. Dave Ramsey says if you can't live on 90% of your income, you can't live on 100%. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. So give 10% away first. If you are just barely surviving, I'm not going to judge you if you don't do that, but start trying to make that a practice, even if you start with 0.5% or 1%. So I take my starting amount here. So if this is my net total, I'm going to take that number and I'm going to put it in here. So I'm aware of where I'm starting. And rather than working my way up, I'm going to work my way down. And I'm going to start out by giving away 10%. So I already made a calculation for that. That's $380. So I can divvy that up wherever I give. And then any retirement, savings, Christmas, whatever, I'm going to start filling that out. Now notice what happened here. I set it up so that every time I put in an amount, it subtracts it. So I'm working my way down. And the goal will be to have money left over. If you don't, then you need to get either more income or less expenses. Obviously, it makes sense to cut expenses, but if you're living, it's really tight, you can't just say, oh, I'm just not going to pay the electric bill this month, or we're not going to pay for preschool this month. So then you're left with the choice, well, we're going to use a credit card, which I don't recommend, or find a way to make more income. So with that said, I'm just working my way through the list. You have to pay rent. Something to consider would be if it's too much to pay all of your rent on one check, pay half on one, half on the other. Unless your house burns down or your apartment burns down between now and then, you're going to have to pay rent anyways. So be okay with paying partial rent. Unless you live in New York City. So this might be a third or a half of your rent based on how often you get paid. And then how much are you spending on food? So this isn't going to be my monthly food expense, but this will be how much I'm going to spend in the next 2 weeks, or how much I'll spend till the next time we get paid. And then I just go through. I've linked to my electric bill, I've linked to my internet to make it easy to pay. So on the dates that I get paid, March 15th, I'm filling this whole thing out and I'm adding all these items. And then at the end of the month, and list out every possible expense, even if it's something that's only once or twice a year. You want to be ready to pay for these things. And then at the very end of the month, what you want to do, at the end of the sheet, what you want to do is take whatever's left over and I don't like to have money just sitting in my checking account. So it's good to have a little buffer, maybe $100 or something in case something comes up. But then take that extra leftover and give it a purpose. It goes to your emergency fund if you don't have a fully funded 3 to 6 month emergency fund. If you do, put it towards something else. Is it going to investments? Is it going to a business that you're trying to start? Put that money to use. It's not a good idea to just let that money sit there or it will disappear. And so in this case, I didn't fill much out, but I would have $1,400 extra. Great. Now, let's say I had some expense, maybe a prescription that cost me like $2,000 or something, and now I'm in the negative. I don't have money to pay for everything. So I either need to cut down on those expenses, or now at least I know, okay, I'm $600 short every check. I need to find a way to make an extra $600 these 2 weeks. Am I going to do Uber? Do I have side jobs or something online that I can do? Can I mow my own lawn instead of paying somebody? What are some things that you can do? And then down here, I also like to take out cash. So for certain expenses, I don't want to leave them on the debit card. So often we'll take out cash for our groceries. And that way, instead of going over on our grocery bill, everything is paid in cash. When we're out of cash, those are all our groceries for the next 2 weeks. So anything that I'm going to put in cash, for example, the food here, I'm going to copy and paste that and put it down here. And then now I know I'm going to go to the ATM that day and take out my $600 cash. It keeps me from overdrafting. It keeps me from overspending as well. And then I've got a little summary down here at the end. But just if this is something that you do every time you get paid, you're taking control of your money. Instead of allowing your money to control you or just wondering, where did it go? How often do we think, where did our money go? This is a great way to just completely take control of what's happening with your money and to be aware. I'm making more money than I need. Great. Maybe I can work less or put more toward retirement, or maybe I'm not making enough. It's really good to know that instead of just being frustrated or anxious about it, to know exactly how much you are short each check or each month, so you know you need to do something about it. So hope this is helpful. You are welcome to use this document for your own use. And thanks for watching. This added value. Please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what else would be helpful for you. Have a great day.